to think that your soulmate is gone, or your child, or who should be over, or you should be over it by now. In 2 weeks, a month, 2 months, or even a year, or 2, or 3. I'm 2 years into my grief. Only you know when long enough is enough. No, take your time and be ready for your people to say stupid things to you, because they will. July 4th, 2014. Becky and I got up and headed to the family picnic. We were ready for a great day with everyone. We went to Mike and Heather's, who are my niece and nephew-in-law, house for a family picnic. Everyone was there, including my cousin, John Henry Wood. We were having a blast. Good food, hugs, and kisses. Laughter everywhere. From about 2 p.m. to evening time. At 9 p.m., the guys began to set off the fireworks in the backyard. Brandon, my nephew, got a little bit burned because he was being arrogant. But he didn't get hurt too bad, thankfully. We didn't have to take him to the hospital. It was great, and so many fireworks overlooking the lake on their backyard. Becky said, next year, we're going to make it even bigger and better. And we left for the night to go home. And we had spent an incredible day together. Little did we know. I have to go to the next one, I'm sorry. July 5th, 2014. Becky was on her own that day doing hula stuff, because that's what she loved to do, Hawaiian hula, as usual. She was excited about performing her oli at Ho'ike. That's an ancient chant in the Hawaiian for a hula competition. She was with her beloved brothers and sisters, her ohana, making sure everyone had what they needed for their group dances and solo dances. She loved the Hawaiian culture. And there were 2 precious little girls in her group. And she made sure. Little beknownst to me, my sister had been saving $10,000 in her savings account. I had no idea. And she would take money from that to pay for those children to be able to dance in hula, what they loved. She came home that night so excited and happy. I had not seen her that happy in so long. She told me how well everyone did on their solos and their rehearsals, and said she was so proud of Shelby and Miley that it had made her cry. She couldn't wait for Ho'ike in 2 weeks to get to see their performance and to share their aloha spirit. She let me know she was meeting the gang the next day at the beach for breakfast and asked me if I wanted to join them. And I told her I couldn't because of singing with the band at church here on Sunday. We said good night and told each other, I love you, which we had become our practice for quite some time now. The day she died, July 6, 2014. I got up to go to church, and Becky was already gone to meet her hula sisters and brothers for breakfast. A week before, I had noticed a lot of money had gone out of our bank account, and I was worried that someone had stolen her debit card. So I reported both cards stolen and missing, and graciously Tim had given me some money to get us through the weekend. Do you remember that, Tim? over the weekend, the cards had come. I went to church and had a great day. When I got home, in the mailbox were the cards, our debit cards. I texted Becky to come home and get her card before going to Mom and Dad's because that was she worked in Palm Bay. And so during the week, she would spend the week with my mom and dad down in Palm Bay and come home on Thursdays and Fridays and be with me in Cocoa in Port St. John because that's where our house was. I texted her to come home and get her card before she went to Mom and Dad's for the night. She was staying with them during the week to save on gas due to her work. She texted me back to say, I'm already at work, and that to have me give Kavehi, our hula instructor, who works with her card on Tuesday because he was working in the Melbourne area where I worked. That was her last communication. I keep contemplating that if I had called her, I might have heard the shortness of breath or whatever was wrong going on and told her to go to the hospital now. However, what ifs change nothing. So if you are playing that game in your head, try and stop because it will drive you crazy. What ifs change nothing. That last text was at 12:40 p.m. At 5 o'clock or so, my sister Cindy called. She said through her tears, I think Becky is dead. I answered back, what? What did you say? And she repeated the words, where is she? I asked. Palm Bay Hospital. I have to hang up now, I stated flatly. I then began to sob as I had never sobbed before, screaming, no, 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 over and over again. I finally calmed down enough to call my boss, Bob. He didn't answer. I texted his daughter, Rachel, to tell her father to call me. It's an emergency. I called Mark Sider, who is a pastor here at our church, to see if he could come and take me to Palm Bay Hospital. I was in no condition to drive. He said he'd be there as fast as he could be. Bob called me back and I told him what Cindy had said. She thinks Becky is dead. I kept holding on to the words, thinking maybe it's not true. Bob said he would meet me at the hospital. Okay. The people that most will be there for me. I can get through this. And that she is okay. She's fine. Okay. Where's Mark? More crying. Mark gets there and I meet him at the car. I start to cry and he gently rubs my back. All driving to the hospital. He just kept silent because he knew the pain I was going through. His mom died of cancer in the 80s and his dad had just recently passed. Yes, he knows this pain well. We arrive and Bob is waiting outside for me. I look at him and ask if it's true and he shakes his head yes. And he holds me for a moment. I took a deep breath and straightened my back and went into what I call my big sister mode. Be strong for everyone now. You can cry later. Walking in and everyone is waiting for me and for my reaction. Where's Mom and Dad? Where's Becky? I need to see her now. The police are here with questions. I don't want to do this. They asked what medications was she on. I don't know, was the answer. A lot. her doctor will have the list. The security guard moves us to another place in the hospital. Because my family's big. There are a lot of us, and she had a lot of workers that were in the health field as well. We sat for a long time. They wouldn't let me see her because the coroner hadn't examined her yet. Finally, Robbie, her co-worker, says he's taking me back to see her. We get in the room and she is covered up. I rip the sheet away. She's naked. She is gone because she would never allow anyone to see her this way. Robbie quickly covers her up to her chest. She still has the breathing tube in, and Robbie said only the coroner can remove it. I go over to her head and share ha with her. This is the Hawaiian way of sharing the breath of love with someone. Then I started to chant, away, 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 which is the mournful chant of the Hawaiians. When there is nothing else you know to say, away, it is calling of God to reckon with your soul what is lost. I stayed with her for a long time, holding her hand and willing her to come back to me. You see, our bond was so strong. I always thought I would know when she died. I thought I would feel her spirit leave this world. I thought I would know when the connection was broken. But that didn't happen. So even though she lay right there in front of me, I could not believe she was gone. She didn't say goodbye. Robbie came in and told me the coroner was there and we had to leave now. First he makes me wait and now he wants to tell me when to leave. I said, you can tell him to wait until I'm ready. I need to be alone with her for one more time. My family left me alone with her. I went to her head again, and I leaned down to share with her again. My tears brushed down my face onto hers, and I left her lying there cold and lifeless. I don't know who this was for tonight, but I pray that God will bring healing to your heart. He is healing my heart. He is. And this journey on my block is strengthening me, not crushing me. But I knew this was going to be hard tonight because I haven't shared this with anyone. This is really raw and personal for me. But God's strength and His power is more than my limitations can be. And I thank Him so much for that. If you are grieving, if you are struggling with your grief, yes, I do. I'm still having trouble with drinking. It says that because I'm angry at God. I thought I was over the anger with God. But apparently I'm not, because the dream is very vivid. And so I have to give that anger to God and ask His forgiveness for what I'm going through. Becky, I always wanted to get married until Becky died. And I found out she was my soulmate. My twin was my soulmate. And I didn't need anybody else in my life. And now I'm finding, oh, she's gone. Who do I rely on? And that answer is God. I have to rely on God for everything. And so getting over the anger is a struggle. I feel like these days I'm most angry at Becky because she spent 20 minutes on the phone with her coworker Ravi, who was a doctor, going back and forth, and she could have gone 911 and been at the hospital and possibly could have gotten the medicine. And there again are the what ifs that don't change anything, because it doesn't change the fact she is gone. She's dead. She is away from my life and in God's hands. But it's still, to this day, 2 years, July 6th, gone. She is gone. And I can't change that. And neither can God. It is a fact, and it's what I have to live with every day. And I'm sharing this with you because there are things in your life that I know you are dealing with every day. And they are your things. I don't know what they are. They're yours. And it's between you and God and those that you care to share it with. But it's yours. And that's what God needs you to do with your heart and life, that He is there to wrap Himself around you in the darkest moment. And there have been many dark moments. Many dark moments for me. So I just pray that you will call out to God, because He's there for you. He really is. Even in the times that I didn't think He was there for me in the very beginning, when it was so raw and so deep, and so, that first year was horrible. It was horrible. I couldn't pray at all. At all. Not for myself, not for anyone. And that's not me, is it, Mary? Mm-mm. That's not me. I love to pray. I love to pray. But I could not pray that first year. But the thing that got me through was that I knew my brothers and sisters in Christ were praying for me. And you need to know tonight, we are praying for you. In whatever struggle you are going through, we are praying for you. And I thank you for letting me share the deepest, darkest part of my soul to you today. I love you all very much.